Hi Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I have another layout for you today. For this one I'm going to be using this layout that I found on Pinterest for inspiration. And I have this Bohemia paper called Blossom Me Amore, and that is going to be the background that I use. So for this one, I thought it would be fun to do a bunch of layering behind the photos. I have these two photos of my boys helping me open up a Christmas Eve present. And then I have a bunch of these these pattern papers that were already in pieces. So I thought I would just layer those also behind the photos. So I cut up two of those papers that are in the very back, and I just peeled off part of the paper so you could see the white that was underneath it. And I'm just kind of playing around with the layering and everything right now. I had this scrap piece of paper that I'm going to cut down into a banner shape. And then another scrap piece of paper that was just a green. So here I'm going to cut down the photos. And then I'm going to use some of this scrap pieces of white cardstock just to mat the photos on. And those sheets that I pulled out weren't big enough, so here I'm just kind of going through the scraps in my white bin, my white cubby, because I keep all of my papers color-coded in my cubbies. So here I'm just cutting down the white, and then I will start gluing down all of the layers. Okay, so here is where I start gluing down all of these layers, and I'm just going to do it one layer at a time, starting from the top layers and then work my way down. I apologize about the zooming in and out. My camera, I use a webcam, and for some reason I can't keep it on the autofocus mode, because if I do that, it's just constantly wanting to focus since I'm moving, and so I have to turn that off so that it doesn't do the zooming in and out, because when I fast forward the video, it kind of freaks out, and that's why there's that zooming in and out motion going on, so I apologize about that. So here I'm just kind of trying to figure out where exactly I want to put this little scrap of green paper and which way I want my photos to go. So here I've decided to place them right where they're at. I'm just referencing the sketch again, and I'm going to put this green scrap piece of green paper right there. I could have lived without it, but I don't know, for some reason I just really wanted to use it, so I did. And then I had a couple of these chipboard pieces from I believe these were made by K & Company, and so I decided to use those. And then I had some of these chipboard frames that I thought would work really well. So I'm going to put one there in the right-hand corner above the photos. And then the rest of that frame I'm going to put down there on the left-hand side of the photos. Now here I'm gluing that last little piece from that frame up there in the right hand corner, and then I'm going to move on. So I'm trying to decide which alphas I want to use for the title. I pulled out this Amy Tangerine alpha. I don't remember what it's called, but it's kind of like a light blue and a medium blue. It's got a stripe going through it. So here I'm pulling out my title, and it's going to be Cracker Wrapped Presents, or Present. And for the word cracker wrapped, I'm going to, oh, you know what? I think I was spelling out Christmas. I don't know what my original idea had been for that. But I scrapped that idea apparently, and now I'm writing out something else. I have no idea what I'm doing here, you guys. So I apologize about that. Oh, I think I'm going to write out sweater, but then I decide, nope, I don't like that either, because the present that I get is a sweater. So finally, I'm going to decide on cracker wrapped present, and my husband loves to do presents that are wrapped, like candies, which I guess I should have said candy wrapped present, because it's more like a candy to have both sides tied. I doubt I will go back and change that though. But anyway, I guess crackers are wrapped like that too, where they have both sides tied. And so I just thought that was kind of a unique title, which is the reason why I finally settled on that. So here I'm trying to see if I have enough A's and E's and everything. So I finally figure out that I do, and I'm going to start pulling off these stickers and placing them down. And I am using the wax paper for this title just to make sure that I like it, where I have an idea for it to go. And so I'm going to fiddle around with this for quite a while. I apologize. I hope I'm not boring you to death, but this is my process. So yeah. And for the R, I didn't have an R, so I just cut down, I think it was an N that I grabbed. And these, I don't know how I feel about these alpha. Like, some of them were kind of hard to pull off of the backing, and so I wasn't very fond of them. I'm not really big into foam letter stickers. I don't know why. I believe these ones were foam. I'm more into the chipboard ones, which don't stick down very well, but I don't know. They're just my favorite. I just like that look. Okay, so now I am off to the side trying to figure out what alpha I want to use for the word present, because I didn't want to use the same alpha for the whole title. And then I had this Christmas word, like phrase sticker sheet, but it didn't have the word present on it, so I just put it aside, and now I'm going to use this gray alpha. I believe those are from, I want to say My Mind's Eye. So I'm just going to write out the word present, and after that, I think all I do is the journaling, and then this layout is done. So it was a pretty simple layout. It only took about 42 minutes to make, and I really like the end results of it. So here I am placing down the word wrapped, and then I will place down the word cracker. Oh, first, I think I had my video, it had stopped, so I was starting a new one there. I don't know about you, but while I am scrapbooking, I like to watch scrapbooking process videos on YouTube, and so usually I can go through quite a few of those, just depending on who I'm watching. So anyway, yeah, so that is the end of this layout. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.